Spotlight Show. I remain your hostess, LABABY. And today we have the person of J. And she is a writer by profession and a teacher as well. You're welcome on the Spotlight Show.
Thank you.
The Baby Spotlight Show. When you are here, you know that we are in the spotlight.
That's nice.
And we are going to digest issues of interest. Today we'll be talking about what are some of the signs of immaturity in women. What are some signs that when you see, you know that this kind of person or lady is immature, and what we can do to overcome such immaturity, because immaturity is not needed in today's society. J, when we talk about immaturity first, what does it mean?
Okay, so let's first talk about maturity.
Okay.
And then go to
Immaturity.
Now, when we talk of a mature woman,
Okay.
we are talking of a woman who is aware of who she is.
Okay.
A confident woman,
Okay.
a woman who has emotional intelligence, a woman who is able to manage herself and carry herself properly, a woman who is kind of a relational being, who relates well to people, who takes manners and courtesy into consideration. Yes, I think that's to say but a few things about maturity. And then coming back to an immature woman, we are looking at the opposites of maturity. So we are looking at a woman who doesn't have emotional intelligence, a woman who is not able to relate well with people. You are in a certain house and you have women, and all they do is fight, all they do is quarrel, all they do is gossip, and you wonder what kind of human beings they are. But then it's just unfortunate that because immaturity is not age tagged, it's not educational background. It doesn't matter. You can be very very educated, yet
Exactly.
you are still immature. You could be very old, yet immature. You
But
could even
before
be
we
married
continue-
and be immature.
Before we continue, immaturity, is it about probably you, like you choose to be immature?
Okay, it's not an event. It doesn't happen in a day, but it's a process. You making a conscious effort to be a better person. You making a conscious effort to live well with people. You making a conscious effort to take charge of your life.
But do you know a lot of women do not know that they are immature?
You
So I
know-
think it's can we say that it is like someone who is proud that doesn't know that he or she is proud?
you there's a point in your life where you know exactly who you are. If you pretend not to know, it's not ignorance. So you can pretend that the things you do, the way you talk to people, the way you carry yourself about is not right. You can pretend, but it doesn't make it an ignorant something, because if you are totally ignorant of it, I'm not even sure we'll be having a discussion.
Oh, but some
They know there's something wrong. It's just
Probably,
that
but they
they
don't-
can't face it.
Okay.
And they don't know how to go about it. Do you get it? Imagine an educated person still sitting among people in a compound house and gossiping. An educated person who cannot even use a shaving stick. A married woman who cannot just know the limits to managing a home and what to say and what not to say and all of that.
But don't you think someone like that? Well, some people may walk in the darkness. Someone can be in the darkness for so long, but they probably don't know that, okay, this is the light. Unless the person has got some prompting, or maybe somebody that, hey, actually, do you know the way you carry yourself in trade, it doesn't go so well. Oh, actually, do you know the way you talk, the way you dress? You know, there are some probably tomboys around who are ladies, but probably don't know that. I feel that however I dress, I mean, me feeling good, I feel good before I step out of my house. So I come out and you tell me I'm immature.
No. You know, immaturity does not just come with the physical out.
Yeah, that is just an example.
Yes,
of
but
that
then
aspect.
let's see. You see, if you have something going wrong in your life. It's your life, it is you. You know it. The only thing is that you cannot face the reality. It doesn't subtract the fact that you know, or no. You just know that no things that are happening. You know, if I sit with you and then maybe a married woman and your husband just comes back from work and you're still sitting among friends chatting while you know there's no food on the table, there's no water in the house. It's just, you know, maturity is just that consciousness you get. That's kind of life, the fulfilling life you want. That's self-awareness.
So that's like conscious living.
A conscious living. You know, we all make mistakes. We all, at a point in time, stagger in our growth process. But we still come back on track because at a point in time, you become conscious of it. You become abreast of the things that are happening around you and the kind of people you meet and everything. So you want to take some steps back, do a reality check, and then you come back.
So for you, you are saying that all persons or ladies or women walking out there should know if they are mature or not mature.
Yes, you should know. If you don't know, then watch people. That's why we have mentors. That's why we have people to coach us. That's why we go for programs. That's why we read. That's why we watch things, you see, so that maybe you know that, oh, this is how Adjoa is. Not to compare yourself to Adjoa, but you could see the things Adjoa does and then it's applauded or something. You understand the point.
Okay,
that's
so
why I said it's not an event,
okay,
but it's a growth process. It's a kind of process where you grow from different stages.
you go out of something.
Yes, that's
okay.
all.
So there has to be a knowing first
There has to be a knowing
by the individual.
Exactly.
involved. Okay, so after there is a knowing, how can I know that, okay, now these are some of the signs that if this person exhibits,
Okay.
you can see that this person is not mature.
Okay, so you have a woman who doesn't even take personal hygiene seriously. You have a woman who talks while she should be working. You have a woman who just sits to compare lifestyles and to gossip. You have a woman who doesn't know limits.
When you say limits, don't you think that we create the limits for ourselves?
No,
Or they are naturally set out limits?
yes,
for
there
all
are
to follow?
just boundaries.
Okay.
Okay. There are boundaries between do's and don'ts. There are boundaries between manners and other stuff. There are boundaries and limits everywhere. A woman should know when to talk and when not to talk. A woman should know when to stop at a point
And when to start
and
something.
when to start and when to even continue. You understand? It's not about you making noise and being all over the place or anything. You just have to know at what point you are needed, at what point you are
You're
not
not
needed,
needed.
at what point you should fight for something, and at what point you should just call back. You understand? So it's a blend of attitudes, okay? And it's not like you doing something today and you doing another.
Tomorrow.
No, it's just you trying to be the best version every day. And so we are now talking about how do I come out of immaturity. Okay, at a point in time you come to zero. Nobody was born to be all good and all nice and all how do
You
I
know,
put it?
perfect and
No, nobody is perfect.
Yeah.
But you want to go back into your closet and ask yourself questions.
I mean, self-assessment must be done
Self-assessment, that's
For
it.
me, I do that every day. But
Self-assessment.
yes, that should be
And a
critical.
checklist.
Yes.
Okay, and then you ask yourself, okay, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? You ask yourself questions, and then you come back to the point where you ask yourself, okay, if this is how it is, then how do I cope? So we are talking of education, we are talking of knowledge, we are talking of self-development, we are talking of you grooming yourself, we are talking about listening to people,
Not just anyone.
No. But people you look up to, they are also looking at you opening up for learning.
Okay.
Because we all learn every day, we grow every day. I say that personally, I don't see growth as an end point. Okay, if you begin to settle, then it means you are going back gradually without you not knowing. But if you make it a certain you make it a conscious effort to grow every day, to be open to change, to be able to be open to corrections, to be open to acquisition of knowledge and everything, then you are growing and then you are maturing.
All right, and then you are growing, and then you are maturing. So, in a nutshell, a matured person, an immature person. What is a clear cut out?
Okay, a mature person, an immature person. Now we are looking at a woman who knows who she is, a woman who knows her value, a woman who is assertive, a woman who is confident, and a woman who is open to correction. That's a mature woman. But on the other hand, we are looking at a woman who is not even aware of her environment, a woman who doesn't know her boundaries with people, a woman who doesn't take courtesy, simple manners into consideration. Okay, and that is where you can draw a clear line between a mature woman and an immature woman.
So that means that in the conclusion, it's a process, okay? And you should always seek constant development, seek to be the best version of yourself. I always say this, that do not settle for wherever you've gotten to the stage you are that and say, okay, I'm okay, and say that, oh, I'm complacent, I don't care really wherever others are going. I think that to me, I have landed. No, education wise, training wise, body language wise, even hygiene, personal, everything, okay, everything shows signs of maturity. And if we want to cross this ladder together, then we have to do this together. Acknowledge that, yes, I want to know myself better and take a step higher. And trust me, with God on our side, we will get there. So do you have any final words?
And you know, it's not a hopeless case. If you find yourself in a tight corner where you feel that things are not going the way you want to as a woman, just
you can easily come back.
Just go back to the drawing board, study something, ask questions.
Sometimes you think that yourself. You know, the problem with women is that a lot of women probably see that this lady is really progressing in this field, that or all fields. We are too, I won't say proud enough, but I am so grown, I'm older than this lady. Why should I come back to her and sit back and say, oh, Ambi, how do you do this? I admire the way you dress, I admire the way you carry yourself. How can I also learn something from you? A lot of women fail to be able to even say that, oh, Ambi, you look good today. I mean, what is it with women?
And no, it's not just about women, but I think it's with humans. We sometimes fail to be honest with ourselves. And you know, it's even part of maturity to be honest with yourself.
Yes,
because trust me, there are times that reality stares you at the face.
Hits you right
and
there.
It's only honesty, not honesty with dealings with people, but honesty with yourself. That no, I have to just be honest. Things are not going well. Times have changed. People are leaving me behind. I am just at a standstill. What do I do? So just be.
And then all pride must be put aside.
Yes.
Forget them all, because the race is not for just those who think that.
And yes, it's not a hopeless
my back
case,
exactly.
You know. Just try to come back, fall in place, read something, learn, watch people, observe people. Then you come back, because look, the person you admire today had a beginning.
A very terrible one. When you go down, you'll be amazed. That is why we have this thing came up recently, that the past is not the present. Wahala. I think you heard that symbol. The past is really not the present. Thank you, my sister. Because even when you take a look at your 10 years picture back there,
I can't even bring my
Charlie.
Can't even bring my.
So viewers out there, that is it. Charlie, let's seek constant effort. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. I know you will, because Charlie, let the flow from within. Tell us your mind and say what you think. at the end of the day, we'll be helping each other and
Sure.
being in the spotlight in the world of darkness. More yes, yeah. More a guy, you are guy wherever you are. Be guy in your dealings and please God. Thank you, Ami, for coming.
Thank
God
you.
richly bless you.
Bye.
May that stay safe wherever you are.